After our brief Premier League sabbatical, we return to the Premier League as the Toon take the trip to the London Stadium tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Inconveniently, both of these games this season played on Monday night. Thanks, Sky. Always thinking of the fans, and we are here to preview it. Now, I've got John, Nigel, and Gary with me. How are we, chaps?
All good, thanks, mate.
Good.
Now you'll notice these people. Now you'll notice these people turned up on time, but one person is still on Barbados time. It's all right for some, fresh off of his holiday, and I'm hoping to see a tan. Oh, I do see it. Look at that. Look at the tan.
Yeah.
Mike,
Bit of jet lag, mate. Bit of jet lag.
look at the tan on that. Blimey, he's been to see Donald, hasn't he? Christ.
He's living in Orange County now.
Look at that. How are you, mate?
Actually, yeah, great, mate. Actually, if I was on Barbados time, I should have been here 4 hours earlier, shouldn't I? But there you go.
Yeah, but that ruined the joke, Mike, didn't it? And you know, I am quite a funny person,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
So
of course, yeah. Sorry.
yeah. Did you have a nice holiday, Mike?
Oh, great, mate. Yeah, shame to come back, but thought about
Oh,
it.
what a shame. Yeah, it's right for some lads, isn't it? Blimey.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Absolutely right. We're here for a game to preview. John, we'll come to you first. This is a tough one. Newcastle have a cup final in a couple of weeks' time, so I can imagine that their players won't be keen to be getting well and truly stuck in. How do you see this game going, mate?
Yeah, a bit of a strange one, really. I mean, obviously we'll do the predictions here come the end, but I personally think it'll probably end up being a draw. I think it's going to, to say, like, they're going to have one eye on that. But like, by the sounds of it, like, I think they've got a few of their injuries back. But again, with that, it could just be like a run out before. Yeah, not before like the cup final, but also we've seen it so many times before. Like when teams are in that predicament, players have one eye on that and don't really want to go full throttle into it and potentially start missing it either. So yeah, strange one really. I can't see the game being amazing to me, but let's see.
Yeah, I have to assume to all in, so apologies if you're distressed by Nigel's moustache, but there we are. See, look at him looking up and down again. Nigel, you were a plastic fan, I must say, who missed Arsenal away a couple of weeks ago. He told me, we're going to get battered. I'm going to Paris, mate. 1-0 West Ham win. So you're now banned from going to Arsenal away, Nigel. I'd just like to get that out there to start with.
Well, plastic. I don't believe that. Did you actually go to the Newcastle away game, Jake?
No, I didn't. Did you get your free scarf?
No, I did.
Have you got your free scarf?
Yeah, I did get one. Anton Ferdinand gave me one nice grey scarf while I was there. But that was a strange game because we just went up there and played really well. And it was just like a one-off. So if you're going to ask me what I think is going to happen tomorrow, I ain't really got much of a clue, to be fair, because it depends on
brilliant insight, as always.
No, I think that, it's improved, isn't it? We're trying to play a little bit now. There's a little bit of confidence back in the team. Having Bowen back makes a massive difference. It just seems that when he plays, it's like when we used to have Payet playing and everyone else would lift their game. And it seems that when Jared plays, everyone else does seem to lift their game. And I'm looking forward to the game. I think it'll actually be all right, to be fair. They've got a couple of players out. They've got that eye on the cup final, which it's not 2 weeks. It's next week, isn't it?
Yeah, Sunday. Week today.
I don't know if he's going to be playing him. He's the one you don't want playing, isn't he?
Yeah.
But we'll probably just get Callum Wilson and knock a cup win, probably like usually.
Callum Wilson. No, just the bloke. Yeah. Now, just analysing our guest. Now, Gary, I've got to ask you, your colour shirt, have you tried to replicate Mike's skin colour, or was that just a
did. I rang Mike before the show and said, what colour is your skin, mate? And he said this. He said, perfect. If you live next door, Jake, I'll give him the top and you can better see his neck.
Didn't look like
you don't want to see my belly, mate, after 2 weeks on that ship.
No, we don't want to see your belly, mate. No, it's Christ, no. It's not 9 o'clock yet. Jesus. But no, in all seriousness, I mean, you're all laughing at my jokes tonight to start with. Tonight's a good night, right? Just you're finally starting to see the fruits of my comedy.
Yeah, Peter Kay though, mate, to be fair.
There we are. Gary, what do you reckon heading into this?
Well, Nigel's right. They've got some very good players. Isaac is a brilliant player. Every club in the Premier League would take him. I like their midfield as well. Bruno's a good player. And got in midfield as well. So it's going to be a tough game. Our hope is they haven't got their full team out. They got their eye on Sunday, which is their first domestic trophy since like 27 or something. So they've had a long time since they've won anything. So it's gonna be a hard game. We need to play well, but we need to attack it and be positive, and hopefully get some. Yeah. We won it there, which most people didn't think we do. So it'll be nice.
Exactly. It'd be nice to do the double over them, but that would be a pretty good return from our 2 games against the Geordies this season. Well, I don't know whether you kept track of what was going on whilst you were sipping your pina coladas, Mike, but beat Leicester, beat Arsenal, 6 points in that week, but it almost feels like a lifetime ago. It feels like a hell of a long time since we've played, so anything could happen, really.
Yeah, I did see the highlights of the Arsenal game because that's the day we got out there. I mean, watch the Leicester game on the, you know, it is Jake in the cabin. Not great, but we've improved, haven't we? You know, I think Newcastle, Eddie Howe, seen his a little sniff from Eddie, and he's saying, "Oh, we're going out with a good team out because we want to get in the right frame of mind for the final and all that." He can say all that, but it's in the players' heads. They don't want to dangle their foot in there. I can tell you this now because they all want to be playing in that team on Sunday in that cup fight.
Well, I think Anthony Gordon didn't because he got himself ridiculously sent off last weekend.
That was, I saw that. That was pathetic, wasn't it? Really, it was like the Wolves guy, just ridiculous. Glad Gordon's not playing. I don't know whether risk he's in the full game. I really don't think they will. They've got a couple other players missing as well. As for Callum Wilson, I think we should just sign him and put him in the reserves.
Pay his wages for the week just for that.
Yeah. No, joking aside, I don't think their heads are going to be totally on it, but I can see what John said. I reckon it could just be a boring draw.
Yeah. But I mean, you've got to think of it in a cynical way. John, they are a point or two off of the European spots, but what's more important, a League Cup final or a spot in the Conference League? You know, not that that's, of course, anything to be sniffed at, but priorities, you know, Eddie Howe can, you know, toe the line and be a politician all he likes, but he's got to be looking at Sunday, surely.
Yeah. Was that this to me, Jake?
Go on, yeah.
I honestly think that those players, it'd be just in their minds. Do you know what I mean? And he's saying, let's go out there, let's get the right frame of mind, let's go and take it into this game on Sunday. But honestly, I do not think they're going to be giving 100%, all of them. No. Honestly, I think if we play our formation that we've been playing, because we switched to a 3 at the back, didn't we, for the home game again against Leicester? Yeah. I think we'll be more progressive. And we have got better with every game. I think, you know, we've had a few hiccups along the way with Potter, but I think you can see the progression. Away to Newcastle, I think we just caught them on a bad day and we had a good day that day. You know, we know it should be a tough game, but let's wait and see.
Absolutely. I mean, mindset's got to be a thing for Newcastle going into this. They will be thinking ahead. There's no doubt about it. So how can we try and use that and exploit it to our own advantage, John?
I think the only way is that, I think from a West Ham point of view, we've just got to go out there and do our own thing, attack them from the start. The other thing as well might be, I mean, it's going to, like a Monday night as well. Like the home crowd. Yeah, I mean, like it's always a bit of an hard sort of one to sort of gather like how the atmosphere is going to be and things like that as well. So I think we need to start fast. I mean, for that sort of thing anyway. And if we start first early, fast early goal. It's gonna. I think that's what we need, and then as the game goes on, I think there'll be even more thinking about Sunday's game as well. So I think all we can do is just go out and do our own thing and not worry about Newcastle, really.
Absolutely. Now, look, we went to a back five against Arsenal. It worked. He stuck with it against Leicester. Now, that was the big debate we were having in the build-up to that game, Nigel. But he stuck with it, and it seems like that's going to be the way now. He's going to go, well, I mean, it's not really a back five. It's more of a back three. It can be more progressive, but there's no denying how tedious the Leicester game was, and half because of how poor they were. We didn't need to be any good at all. But this game's going to be different. They are going to be looking ahead, but they are still going to be a decent outfit. So that back three, can you see him utilising that again and picking the same team?
I think if it's a winning combination, he's going to go for it. I thought the Leicester game, he was right, it was tedious and it didn't bring the best. I was a bit disappointed with Ollie Scholes because I thought that he had his opportunity there against a poor team to maybe try and take a few people on, but he didn't attempt it once. Did you notice that? He just kept coming back inside, and although we controlled the game, it was a poor game to watch. However, I think that when you play against poor sides, you get sort of brought down to their level. I think against Newcastle, they lift their game a bit. I think they all the lads there expected to beat Leicester. So it wasn't there wasn't that much effort put in. I didn't think, but I think against Newcastle they know.
Leicester was shocking. I agree. Leicester was shocking.
I think it'll be different. But like I say, I was disappointed. Much as I like Ollie Scholes, I was really disappointed with how negative he was after coming off the back of the Arsenal game, having such a good game. He just faded into insignificance halfway through the game. He's like invisible. He just kept going over to Wan-Bissaka. And we've also started to go to play the old West Ham way. We just keep looking wide all the time. We never really seem to play the ball through the middle of the park like other teams do. But
I think we've done that due to the fact is that we've got better players out wide. I feel like I mean we went through the stage of having a really decent and progressive look at midfield, but when you look at there, you either go out to whoever Kudus who gives the ball away or not, we'll all admit that, but you've got either like Bowen or Wan-Bissaka. Down the middle there's not a lot there, is there? Let's be honest. Souček, go on.
I don't know where he should play. I think Kudus should be playing a central role.
No, I agree.
I think it's because the guy's amazing with both feet. So once you start pushing him out to that left-hand side, you just bring him on. People are just going to throw him onto that left foot all the time. But when you've got him in the middle of the park, it's hard to understand what he's. If you had him just behind the forwards, I think he'd be a much better player.
No, I do agree. Yeah.
We used to do the same with Paqueta. We used to push him wide. And then we keep the wide thing. We never, ever play the ball through the middle of the park. You watch us when we play. Other teams, they do it to us. And you can watch other teams. And they just play the ball. They use the centre of the park. We don't. You watch us when we play. I see it because I'm right behind it. Every week I watch it and I go, we never, ever play a ball through the middle.
Yeah, and I think getting that sort of outlet in midfield like a Kudus would help that, because you're not going to have Souček there. With all due respect to Souček, he's not going to be the one playing those progressive balls and being that outlet of illuminating pace and skill in midfield, because it's just not going to happen. But if you put Kudus into that role where he's been crap all season out wide, everyone can admit that he's been rubbish, right? Absolute rubbish. Put Kudus in the middle, get people around him, and he's going to buzz the ball off. He's going to spray it off. He's going to give the ball to Wan-Bissaka. He's going to run forward with it. And sometimes he does run into trouble. Most of the time he runs into trouble, but it might give him a little bit more in the middle of the park. And that's something that I hope that Potter will explore in this glorified pre-season that we now have. 10 games to go.
More direct. That's what he needs to be. More direct.
And that's what we weren't against Leicester. That's what we need to try and be. Gary, do you agree?
Yeah, I do. But I think it's an interesting game tomorrow because Leicester was so bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't it? I think Nigel's right. We got dragged down a little bit by their pure ineptitude. I mean, the first half we went 2-0 up. And you can imagine at half-time Potter said, just keep it simple second half. Yeah. They're not going to do anything. And that's what we did. It was really boring second half. The Arsenal game, we played really well and just, again, played it all in front of us. But Newcastle is slightly different, so we're going to have to try something different straight down the middle with Kudus. Could be a good shout. Bowen's a big player. And Paqueta's still injured, isn't he? He's not coming back.
Paqueta's still out, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame what we could do with him. But I think we'll be all right.
I hope so. And yeah, look, it's not playing Kudus in a striker role because he's not a striker. Play him behind the striker. I mean, one player that you feel has to start tomorrow, Mike, is Evan Ferguson. Otherwise, when the hell is he going to start, to be totally honest? We brought him in on loan in January. He hasn't started a game yet, and he's looked pretty poor, if we're being totally honest. He's had a couple of chances in each of the games that he's played. He had a chance on the break against Arsenal. He had a chance against Leicester, which you feel he should have buried. He hasn't got any confidence there. He's got to play him from the start tomorrow, you feel?
He's rusty, isn't he? To be fair,
He's really rusty.
He's been out injured. He needs some game time. But it's quite difficult because, he'll have to switch Kudus around because he's sort of almost playing a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
And with Bowen and Kudus, being at the top. So it's difficult how he's going to fit him in the team, unless he changes formation, because that's how it looks at the moment. And to be fair, you're right, Jake. We've been best out wide with Wan-Bissaka has been probably one of our better attacking options this season. And Nigel's right. We've not really got a player in the middle of the park who's going to cut anyone open and run past 2 or 3 players and have a shot, So it could be a good option to switch it around a bit. Stick Ferguson up top, with Bowen, and have Kudus just in behind. But that would be quite an attacking team against someone like Newcastle. To be totally honest, he would have to change the formation a little bit. Don't know. There's rumours about Soler. He doesn't really think he can do it. Ward-Prowse, he's done okay since he's come in, so he's not going to drop him, I don't think. Yeah. And I think, do you know what I mean? It probably did him a bit of good going away and then coming back again. Right, I've got to rejuvenate my career now because, you know what I mean? I could off in the summer. I want to try and make it here. And he's rolled his sleeves up and had a right good go, which I'm glad about, really, because I do like
I am.
Yeah.
It means we won't see Rodriguez anymore, which is good.
Well, I thought Soler was our best player against Newcastle away.
He was
brilliant. He played really well. They really linked up well. He had a great game.
Yeah.
But it's just been...
I don't know if I fancies him.
It's just been far, it's been, what's the saying? Short of no, what's the saying? I've lost it. Something and far between. No.
Few and far between.
Few and far between. That's it. His quality has been few and far between. There we go. That's the quality you get right here on West Ham Unofficial. Thank you guys for that. As I couldn't think of it, but I had like the second bit of it. But I couldn't remember. It
was such a difficult one, Jake. Me and I.
It was a real difficult one for the person doing English literature A level. I do apologise for that. But pardon.
Youth of today. God help us.
Oh, all right, Jesus God, honestly,
no wonder he's working in Greg's.
What do you lot sound like? Honestly, you sound like a bunch of groany, moany men, right? Oh, dear.
Just make us a cup of tea, mate. Get us a bacon roll here.
No wonder I work in Greg's. It's money on a Sunday, right? What do you want me to do? Like, what's better? What should I be doing then, Nige?
I don't know.
Well, there we go. Right, there we go.
Not one about the youth of today.
Right, I can leave 2 minutes before. I can leave 2 minutes before my shift starts because it's 2 minutes down the road. Right, have a good laugh. Chuck some sausage rolls on. What's not to love?
How's the driving going, Jake?
Good. Yeah, watch out. Jake's about.
Are you driving? Do you have a lessons, Jake?
Yeah, of course I'm doing.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, this is why I'm so skint, right? This is why I moan and I'm so tight with money. Is because do you know how much a driving lesson?
Yeah, I do.
Those £6 when I had them.
Yeah, 80 quid a time. 80
That's not bad.
a time.
That's not bad. 90 for Hannah when she passed.
Is it? Jeez. Yeah, 80 quid a time, and I've paid for them, right?
Well, I had an escort van when I was 15. Didn't even have a license.
Yeah, well, I learned
to drive the proper way.
Let's just express that live on YouTube, shall we? Brilliant. Thank you for that. Honestly.
Driving away from the police is how I learned to drive.
The older generation of today. Christ.
Mike's first car when made a bedrock on the back.
Viva, mate.
Mike's first car was a horse and cart.
Vauxhall Viva.
No.
Mark Escort, the boy's car, mate. Mark, when
No, Mike, your first car was a horse and cart. Let's not lie about it. Like, come on.
Jake's a Nissan Micro driver, and he's got it written all over him.
Not having a Nissan.
Powered by fairy dust.
A Ford car is what you're getting. Jake, a Ford car is what you're getting.
Just
Ford,
shush. Shush.
My first car had a bloke with a flag walking in front of
it. Right, let's go to predictions, shall we? Now you've all took the mick out of me. But before we do, think about your predictions. Mike, I missed you last week. I had to guess someone else's prediction. I can't remember who it was. Was it Larry's? I can't remember. I did get it right because I'm just too good. Good evening, Fathead. I hope you are well. Another double Jake this Sunday. Well, I mean, I've worked 8 hours and I've done a half an hour roundup show and a half an hour preview show. They say the youth of today, right? I've worked a lot today.
You have, mate.
That's like 9 hours of work.
Go and have a lie down after this.
I will go have a lie down.
Poorly.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Keeps things quiet downstairs. What, sat down on your own? Brilliant. Evening, Andy. Hope you're well. Evening, Michael. Evening, again. I'm going 2-0. Keep the clean sheets going. They won't want to do a Gordon or a Botman. They certainly won't. Hopefully we don't get battered tomorrow. Hopefully not. Newcastle are beatable. Hoping for a 2-1 win. 3 points, and we jump up the league quite a lot. I think we go to 13th. Is where we'll find ourselves if we win. So we could do a little bit of a jump up in the league table ahead of the boys' derby on Saturday. Gordon banned, Hall and Botman. Batman. I nearly said Batman there. Hall and Botman injured. Isaac 50-50. 3 points and a late push for Europe. I think that's a bit optimistic, but I love your optimism, Fathead. Looks like 9th will be good enough. What, for Europe? Really? I suppose because we've got if they're like 5 Premier League spots, 5 Champions League spots, 2 Europa League spots. That's 7. See, the youth of today, I can do maths. That's 7, and then conference 8. But then if Newcastle win the Carabao Cup, that takes another Europe spot, doesn't it? I don't know how it works.
If Liverpool win the Carabao Cup,
yeah,
then it goes another one, doesn't it? So.
Oh, does it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, who knows? Right, we'll go with what Mike says. You know, he might be a bit jet lagged, but he knows what he's talking about half the time. Yeah, off he goes. Right, let's scroll down some of these comments. Potential for 3 strikers on the bench, and we start at 0. The West Ham way. A Souček goals for. There we are. Another Mike. Good evening. Hope you are well. Nice to see Micah, Muted Nigel. But that's your new name, Muted Nigel.
Muted Nigel.
After your vast and illustrious career, you have been demoted and reduced to Muted Nigel. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Very good indeed. James, thanks for joining us. Hope you are well. I've given up guessing who's going to play. Fair enough. Here we are. Jake did nearly buy a round last night.
No, I haven't.
Only round Jake is getting is round donut. I did have a donut at Greg's today. Lovely jam donut. They're top notch.
Jake's rounds are few and far between.
That's quite good. Yeah, very true.
I don't know.
Very true. Pete, hope you well. Powered by Dad. Well, I can't. No,
yeah,
exactly. 1 day of work, a sleeping class tomorrow. I've got a quiet day tomorrow. Quiet day. We'll be all right. Anyway, predictions. Johnny, let's start with you. What are you going for?
1-0.
1-0. There we are. Right, so
Don, I can see by the look on his face.
I haven't got a very good poker face. Right, now because there's 4 of you here tonight, this is going to really reduce Mike's opportunities, which is
it's
hilarious.
always going to reduce Mike's 2-1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, Nigel, with that in mind, what are you going to go for?
I predict a riot. I think 2-1 West Ham.
Yeah, right. There's Mike's guys. I can see it all over your face, Mike. Right, and now, Gary, you've got to think. What's Mike's plan B?
I think it's me and Desmond tomorrow.
2-2. There we are. See, that wasn't Mike's second choice because Mike's second choice is going to be 3-1 to West Ham. No, 1-0. 1-0. That I thought, Mike, you've had a bit of a tan, you've had a holiday, you've had loads of alcohol. I was thinking you'd be a little bit more, outgoing. Have a go a little bit. 1-0. Come on.
Done you though, Jake, and it's done you though.
1-0.
Where are you going?
Where am I going? Oh, I'm going everywhere. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about me. All right? Don't you worry about me. I deserve it. So do you.
Do you remember the West Ham Newcastle result in April 1986, Jake?
No, because I was about -40. Mike was about 80 then, right?
It was 8-1.
Yeah. Alvin Martin.
Yeah, hat trick.
Hat trick.
Three different goalkeepers.
Three different goalies.
What?
And an Alvin Martin hat.
3 different goalies.
What? Actually, in the game, 3 different goalies played.
Yeah.
Peter won money.
Yeah, Peter Beardsley was one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. See, if you want some pointless facts from the past about 50 years ago, then you know where to come. These gentlemen, right? I pay these people good money for a reason, right?
You don't pay anything, you bugger.
I pay you in jokes.
Go on then.
Yeah, I've made my jokes for the night about Mike. He's an easy target tonight with that tan. He's a complete and utter easy target. There we are. Sorry, Mike.
It soon fade and die.
Hey.
There we are. There we are. So, any final thoughts, gents, before we go? And nothing related to anything before 2000.
Yeah, what's your prediction, Jake?
3-1.
Oh, sorry.
If you were listening, you'd know. Muted Nigel.
I was only listening to the other guys. You know, I don't take a lot of notice of you.
Yeah, of course you don't. Yeah. No. And you know what? I've got the button to remove you, or even more ironically, I've got the button to mute you. Right? Try talking now. Exactly. Muted. Right?
Yeah, because you're not plastic.
You had on for 3 weeks and didn't realise.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that. No, it's just because you can't work technology, Nigel. That's it. Right.
Well, it's getting worse. Leave it all to you youngsters nowadays.
Oh, here we go. The youth of today. Here they go again. It's predictable.
Right,
come up with something else.
At least we can read and write. We don't use it.
I can read and write quite fine.
I bet your handwriting's terrible.
I bet your handwriting's terrible.
Mine's really good, mate.
Is it? Oh, right, okay. Good. I'm glad.
Mine's not.
There we go. Right. Have we got any final thoughts that isn't related to me?
I can't think of some.
Who's going?
Who's going? Oh, I've got school.
I'm going tomorrow.
I don't.
You go, Mike.
I'm not sure yet. It depends on my jet lags. See if it's
Well, you want to make your mind up, Mike? Blimey.
I met mine tomorrow because I finished.
You
work.
always jump in the fun bus with Dodsey and that, don't you?
They're not. Dodsy's going up on the train.
Is he?
Yeah.
And right. Are they not doing the bus? Are they? Oh.
The bus is not going.
I have a spare ticket for Man United if anyone wants to come.
Oh, there's a surprise. Christ. The dodgy dealer.
Una can't go. She's going to see Macy Gray that day.
Who's Macy Gray?
I try to say goodbye. That's the ghost.
Right. I hope you don't sound like that, otherwise she'll want her money back.
No, she sounds much better than me.
And may I just point out, you've all laughed at me again for about the third time this show, right?
Also, I have tickets for Wolves, if any of you boys fancy Wolves.
Oh, okay.
The
Wolves are the massive seats.
But that's also the game. We're going to, Nigel, you meet us in the pub early, right? We're going to get on it. Tuesday night in Wolves. I couldn't think of anything better.
Not quite long. There's not really many pubs at Wolves, to be fair.
No, I go on the Asda out there.
Nice hot dog outside the
ground.
Yeah,
the Asda's
already. We're going to get in there quick, Mike.
Villa and Wolves are crap, aren't they, for pubs? Villa and Wolves.
There's a cracking pub at Wolves. The Blue Brick. Have you not been there before? It's cracking.
No, I normally just get up, park in the Asda car park. Have a mooch around.
Yeah, we're boring.
I like them Wolves pork scratchings, you know, the ones you get in a little Wolves packet.
Yeah.
Ones you get me last time, Jake. Do you remember?
It's sad, isn't it, really, when you...
Best hot dog in the country outside the ground. Really nice.
That was a nice burger last time, wasn't it? I had a burger.
It was, yeah.
But when I came up in Gary's limo, yeah.
Crystal Palace is pretty bad. I think
that's atrocious.
I think it was a Sainsbury's, little Sainsbury's there, isn't there? Is there Sainsbury's, Jay?
Yeah, Sainsbury's on the corner. Yeah,
they're crap. And them pubs, all them ones that ain't got decent away pubs, crappy grounds. Palace. That's one.
Ironically, when I went to Palace away with Nigel last time, he actually moaned at the price of how much the pasty was to buy in the Sainsbury's. So he's on about, oh, I'm tight and all the rest of it. Who was the one moaning about the prices in Sainsbury's, Nigel?
Well, they are quite expensive to pay.
Oh, Jesus.
£4. You know what I mean? Mind you, if you had them ones down your neck of the woods, mate, what are they? The ones that are in the petrol stations, what are the Cornish ones?
Oh, they're rank Cornish pasties.
Oh my God, they're like £8.
Horrible Cornish pasties, rank things. Right, I couldn't do anything worse.
Cornish pasty.
Fact, do you know why they have to cross around the outside?
No.
Does anyone actually know that? Why that
No.
hard bit of crust is around the outside?
No.
Well, no? Okay, let me tell you. Let me enlighten you, chaps.
We're
Right.
not.
Right, so when the miners used to work in the zinc mines, right, the women used to make them the pasties. But a lot of them got poison in. So what they done was they started making this hard crust around the outside that they could hold and then eat the pasty. They didn't get poisoned.
Did anyone actually ask for that or not?
Well, I'm just giving you a little fact there. You might be one who wants to be a millionaire.
Did you know there used to be tin miners in Cornwall, Jake? Did you know that?
You know you don't. You'd be all right for you, Jake. You know you don't wash your hands. What happened in the toilet? You'll be able to pasty without getting germs.
Oh dear. Oh, look at this. Look, Jake owes a lot. Then he tells such good jokes. He should be on the stage. There's one leaving 4 o'clock tomorrow.
He should be on the stage.
See, I should be on the stage, right? I should be supporting Peter Kay. Actually, Peter Kay should be supporting me.
Back in the day, you'd have been in the stocks, mate.
I know.
Yeah, you would.
Right, let's go because I'm just getting a mic taken out of me now. I will join you tomorrow night for a build-up show because unfortunately, you know, priorities, exams, can't be doing Newcastle at home on a Monday night.
Tune in at 7 o'clock for Plastics Anonymous.
So yeah, a plastic fan. I will see you at Goodison Park on Saturday. The plastic fan, yeah, good.
No, he goes to a couple of away games and he's like, "Yeah, mate, I'm hardcore, me."
I know, I never said that, but I'm not a plastic fan, that's for sure. I go to more games than any other boy in my school put together, right? You can add them all together and I go
But
to
none
more
of us
games
support West
season.
Ham, Jake.
Yes, I know that, but it's
All Swindon Town supporters, I suppose.
Swindon, yeah, well, nowhere near Swindon, so that doesn't make any
What's
sense.
this Swindon? Yeah.
Honestly,
down
Mike,
that way.
its geography is awful. Right? Swindon's like an hour and a half away.
Yeah, it's down that way. They all drive tractors.
Dear me, geography is shocking. God, no, you didn't listen at school. Geography is awful. Right, we will leave it there. Any final thoughts? Going once, going twice? No,
Yeah,
great.
cool.
Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
Well done.
Cheers. Yeah, leave me all hanging. All four of you. You only said 5 then. I'm the 5th.
Not even count, see?
Shut up.
No change your fin, mate. Greg's a bit like that.
Where's that mute button? There it is. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to West Ham Official if you're new. I'll rejoin you tomorrow night. Right, I'll do some quick maths. At 8 o'clock kickoff, that's 7 o'clock, 6:45. I'll join you at 20 to 7 tomorrow for a build-up show. We'll react to the starting lineup. Will it be back 5? Will it be back 4? Skulls, Creswell, Ferguson, who will be there? We will deliver that to you tomorrow evening. From us, come on, you irons, and we will see you soon right here on West Ham Official. Thank you very much, and merci, au revoir. That's thank you and goodbye, Nigel, for the sort of uneducated. All right.
Yeah, mate, no problem.
Yeah.
What did you